Okay, our recording is set. So I see we got a webinar portal's filling up, which is very nicely. Guys, I'll tell you, let me just give everybody a little heads up to what's going on with me and going on with the real estate deal. We're excited about what's happening. We got some stuff happening in the back end that you guys are going to be very, very, very pleased with. But first of all, let me share some information with you that I think it's time for you guys to know. At this current time, some of you may know, some of you may not know, I am currently in a lawsuit battle with our former company, AGS. That's why right now I'm unable to really promote the surge opportunity or recruit anybody at this point until that is finalized. We're back and forth at a court, and that should be resolved in the next few weeks or so. So you'll be hearing all of our training. Our Sunday night trainings will be being hosted talking about our training to be done with our current leaders like Jonathan Seigler, Vincent Montgomery, Dr. Sean Carter, Marvin Sykes, and all our current leaders. But what I'm going to talk about is actually gave me more time to focus on getting our real estate services all in alignment. And we're actually going to be calling it HLC Lifestyle Services, which is homes, loans, and credit repair. So it's going to be HLC Lifestyle Services. And we're putting together a phenomenal marketing platform that's really going to blow you guys away. And you're going to see some information today. You probably see on your screen right now where it says the social program. We're going to talk about that in a second. But before I bring on the young lady to share with you about that, let me just tell you where we're at. We're moving. As everybody knows, we're currently still beta testing in the cities New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and I believe Florida. And then we got the other Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, California coming on board. We are currently having a back office change. We got a brand new back office being built out right now that's going to be able to track some of our leads and give you. So when you log in, it'll give you a tracking that's being worked on as we're speaking. But while that's happening, what we have been doing, those of you that had our Travel Your Way to Wealth click funnel, we're going to be reinstituting that and putting in travel videos on that for you. And we're going to be adding other URLs dealing just with real estate. It'll be called HLC. I'll be dealing with the real estate, with the homes, loans, and the credit repair. We got a nice little sizzle video. We got a nice corporate video being made right now. A PowerPoint being made right now. So once we are able to go completely live and all this other legal stuff is out the way, we'll go full blast with the full merger and everything else. But in the interim, I will be speaking and working and dealing strictly with the HLC. The other leaders will be dealing with our surge opportunity. And then once this is all resolved, I'll be right there with you guys. So I want to start off by saying that, but now the first thing I'll do is I'll introduce to you a young lady who just came on board with us, a phenomenal marketer. We invited her out to the San Diego convention. She's a partner of a very own Mr. Jonathan Seigler, who came on board, and through his recommendation, he said she was a mover and shaker. So it's through his recommendation that we invited her out to the convention. She came out, she got a chance to see everything. She liked what she saw. But one of her specialties is using marketing systems to really generate and build mega businesses. So we've been talking, and one of the things we're going to be adding that's going to go right along with our lifestyle services is a way for you to get your businesses out there and promote your business. So I asked her to come on board and share some of this information. We're going to got some special offers, and because we are really coming right out the gate with this, so those of you that understand business, and for those of you who understand being in the right place at the right time, we're going to offer some type of special founders type pools and sponsorship packages that's going to allow you to actually get a piece of revenues of what we're about to generate through this lifestyle services, which I'm going to tell you something going to blow you away. I'm very excited about what's about to happen. Those of you that know me, who've been around me for a long time, I made a lot of money through real estate. And now being the first and only company to offer real estate services in the network marketing platform. We got 4 or 5 companies that are begging for us to come merge with them. But we're going to give our exclusivity for one company for at least 12 months, and then we'll see what happens. But some of you, we put a nice little founders pool and sponsorship package together for some of you to participate in sharing some of those earnings. So if you are interested in that, send me an email or shoot me a text, and I will send you out the details of the founders pool and the sponsorship packages. The something that you'll get opportunity to share some of the wealth from the very, very beginning, for something that's never been done before. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to take the time to introduce Miss Nancy Frazier. She's out of Ohio, phenomenal marketer, seasoned network marketer, been in the industry for many, many years. And I'll tell you something, one of the products that she promotes that we're going to be adding to our portfolio is this product called Social Beaming. So without further ado, Miss Nancy Frazier, take it away. Hold on, let me unmute you. Hold on. 1 second, Nancy. All right, you're good to go, Nancy.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Hear you loud and clear.
Wonderful, thank you. Well, I appreciate the nice introduction, and I really appreciate the fact that I was able to get to meet with you and Ed out there in California and San Diego. It was one thing, it was nice enough just to be in San Diego, but get to spend time with you guys and your families and see who you are. I was just really impressed with that, and I totally understand what you're going through because you were a major leader, and I know that whenever a leader leaves a company, that's a huge loss, and it's a little tricky, and things like that happen. But I know you've got your act together, so we look forward to moving forward together. But tonight we're going to focus on what we can do to help people with the business that they currently have, no matter what kind of business they have. But tonight we're going to focus really on the real estate side of it as well. And just so you know, guys, I am not a realtor. I am a real estate wannabe. I'm an HGTV lover. I watch all the house flipping shows. I'm the person out there saying, I'd love to be a realtor, but I don't know how to do it. And so when I found out that I could be involved with this whole real estate concept, even though I'm not a realtor, and promote it from the marketing side, I was so excited. And so what you guys, many of you do, is something that I love, and I appreciate what you do. So if I can help you to take your business to the next level, that makes me very happy. So the whole goal here is to look at where we are today. And one of the things I want to share with you is that mobile phones are where it's at. Anybody who's just working off of a website out there and they don't have themselves integrated with mobile phone technology is going to really be left behind. So the first simple step to help people do that is to create something where their phone can become their friend, and something simple that can drive a message to everybody else's phones. Now, I know some of you out there already have access to what is called beacon technology, where you have a little device that you carry around with you, and then it radiates a beacon message out to people's smartphones. And when they first came out, I wasn't quite sure what to think about it. The company that originally had it, they were really new and just getting started, and they themselves were just trying to work their way. And then a second company came in that was struggling on their own and then decided to sell them. And so all of a sudden their numbers started to grow because people wanted the beacons. But what I found out was that people wanted the beacons, but they really could care less about that company. In both cases, most of the people that are buying them are not even caring about using them necessarily for the company that they bought them from, but they want to use them for their own business. Well, that's the problem, because nobody's helping them to do that. So there's thousands of people out there that have them that don't even understand what kind of website they have to hook it up to, and that aren't even sure about where to carry these and where not to carry them, and when they work and when they don't work. So I spent a lot of time doing a lot of research and actually dealing with manufacturers and interviewing them to find what would really solve several problems. And that's what I'm going to just take you through today. And hopefully it will be helpful to you. For all of you who currently have beacons out there, if you purchase them from those two companies, chances are, if you've had them for up to 6 months, they are about to die. So very soon you're going to be ready for a new one, because those units don't allow you to change the batteries. So problem number one is we need units that we can change the batteries on the fly, not have our unit go down and then we have to wait a week before we can get another one. So I really like what we have here. We've called this program Social Pro Beamers, because not only is that what we're calling the devices, but we also call ourselves that because we are social people. We build our business socially through networking, direct sales, and affiliate marketing, as well as just general relationships. But we also are pros at what we do. And now we're going to take that and we're going to beam a message to everybody's cell phones to tell them how great you are. All right, so here we go. Hopefully. Now this is tricky here when we get on the Zoom thing to make sure that it actually switches. There we go. All right, so the Social Pro Beamer transmitters are what we call them. We have two different main kinds, and one is a micro, which is this one over here. And the micro, I'll tell you a little bit about that. I've got quite a bit of information on it, but it's about the size of a quarter, and it's weatherproof, it's great, and you get to turn it off and on. Other Pro Beamers, like I say, you cannot turn them off and on, and that's a real problem. And then the Premium Pro Beamer over here, it actually is a more powerful one. It actually radiates longer. So this one here, that's over here, will radiate about 250 feet on the left within a circumference of 250 feet at full power, And when you have any of these beacons at full power, most of them, if they have what's called a coin battery, usually with one single coin battery at full power, it will last a little over 30 days. And so when they try to tell you that they've got a coin battery in their unit and it's going to last a year, the only way that would work is if you put it on low proximity. So it's set for low proximity before we send it to you, and then it would be within a 5 to 10 foot radius, like in a coffee shop where people are walking right by the counter. However, what happens is then on the Premium Pro Beamer, what happens is you're going to have a larger unit. It has two batteries in it, two coin batteries in it. So therefore it lasts a lot longer, and it will go for like 18 months up to, even a couple years at the low levels, and then usually a year at the high level. So anyways, I'll have all that stuff for you in writing, make sure I'm saying this right for you, because I'm winging this without having my sheets in front of me. So here we go. So next we're going to talk about it. So the micro, the one that's a quarter, it's really easy. You can stick them under a table like a piece of gum under the table. You can stick them anywhere. The Micro Social Pro Beamer also contains a built-in mode switch, thus guaranteeing the beacons have full charge when they are deployed. And the other thing is it integrates red and green LEDs, so you know when it's on and when it's off when you use it, as far as whatever mode you want. So let me explain to you. When you go on an airplane or go through security in an airport, you don't want to be carrying a beacon that's radiating that you're stuck with, that's on all the time, or they could literally take it away from you because it's a lithium battery. So if you're going to go through an airport, you want to have it shut off. And the ones that are currently being sold today, you can't get to the battery to take it out or to shut it off. So that's another reason why we decided to do it this way, and found the right units where we can shut them off and not have a problem. So, and sometimes too, you may be in a situation where you don't want to be beaming people. Like if you're in church, you don't want to be beaming everybody's phones while you're sitting in church. If you're at a conference, and let's say somebody invited you to a business opportunity they wanted you to look at, you don't want to be beaming everybody your other business opportunity while you're there, because eventually they're going to find out what you did and that it was you, and trust me, your name will be mud. So there are times you're going to want to shut them off, and the other units that are currently out there, you cannot shut them off. So that's the problem. All right, so then what we're going to do is look here now at a little bit more at the Pro Beamer. The Micro Social Pro Beamer includes a miniature, or the Micro Pro Beamer again, is a miniature antenna which is designed to maximize communication range. And at the output settings, and I'm not going to get into all the details, again, 225 feet. It does work with an iPhone 5S, but not at the same time. So this is primarily Android on this particular unit. And if you have an iPhone 5S phone, it tells you what it does there, but that's it. On the other iPhones, it does not work with that. So we have a separate unit that we have to do that with. This particular one is also weatherproof. The Micro Social Pro Beamer is shipped pre-programmed with your battery all ready to go in a weatherproof plastic enclosure for easy deployment, making it suitable for outdoor music festivals, sporting events, and arenas, anywhere a beacon is required to withstand elements. So, how can we use this in the real estate world? Well, the whole idea is that you're going to be able to promote your properties without lifting a finger. So, getting a message in seconds to smartphones is an essential part of business today. Our cutting-edge devices beam at 3 levels, up to a radius of up to 250 feet. Notify everyone this one says within 100 yards radius of your property listing. We have a big one that does that goes into yards. People walking by at any event can be notified to go to your website. So you need to have a URL that is a secured website URL. And that's one of the things that's really great about what Dwayne is doing, because he's going to make sure that our websites are all secured so that anything you use, any marketing tools you use with this company, and everything is secured so you can actually beam straight to your website. I don't know if you know this, but almost every network marketing company out there has unsecured websites. Not only that, but most lead capture page systems are unsecured websites. So therefore, the beacons or our beamers will not work with a website is unsecured. What does secured mean? It means it has an SSL certificate that was assigned to it, which means that it will say HTTP with an S at the end of it. S is in Sam, and then colon // and then whatever, www, whatever. So it's got to be, it's not just HTTP, it has to be HTTPS. So if you look at the websites you currently have, if they don't have an S on them, A, you can either go to the company and say, hey, we need to have a secured website here, or B, you can build out a landing page or a capture page that's separate to funnel it through. Now, for all of you, that's for other businesses you have. But with this particular company, we will have everything secured, so you don't have to worry about that. You can just beam away. So that's going to be awesome. Allowing potential buyers to take an instant virtual tour. So picture that you have, a house that is up for sale, and you've got people that want to look at different houses. You can send people to a website and let them take an instant virtual tour of your website of what houses you have and what they look like inside if you want. And you could do it to a large group of people. So if you're at an event, a home show, or you're at a place where a lot of people would go that may be interested, that certain age group, or maybe you're at a chamber or something or whatever, and you've got properties up for sale, you're near people who are real estate investors, you could beam your website URL will pop up on their phone, and they'll instantly say, hey, there's some hot properties for sale, depending on how you mark your URL, and there you go, and they can go through it and take a virtual tour. You can use it in open house signs, alerting people within the neighborhood. So if you have an open house, you can stick one of the beamers on your sign, and it will radiate to everybody in the neighborhood that there's going to be an open house in case somebody is interested. You also can, if you have other open houses around and people are walking by, you can let them know by having them go to your website, making any announcement that you want, whatever you want to tell these people. You can also carry it on your keychain to promote your property. So if you're driving around, if you're at a ball game, I know we were the other day, one of my friends was telling me that his friend went to a ball game, it was like at Tampa Bay or whatever, and he has a pharmacy, and I think it was like 2,500 people went to his Facebook page where he had all of his information about his pharmacy. And Facebook has an analytics thing where you can track and see your visitors. So if you get a Facebook business page, you could drive traffic there and put your links all there and your information and information about yourself. And he had all these people from the ball game that were already on their phones taking pictures, checking their messages and stuff, that ended up seeing the pop-up and they went to his page. So that's really awesome. I mean, here he is at a ball game. You can impress current potential customers and bring more clients and sales. So, the fact that you have this technology, that you're, savvy tech, and that you've got it coordinated, and wherever you go, the little guys, the little beamers are doing their job. The second piece of this, however, is it's not just about that. The beamers will always do their job, but what we send it to is what counts. Because if you send it to a stagnant, boring website that doesn't do anything, I mean, if the person was even told to go to that website verbally, you would get the same response. They would stay there about 60 seconds and then they would leave. So the other thing we have to go with that is if we have some stagnant, boring websites that cannot be converted, as a part of what we're doing with this program is we also have spokespersons. We have social avatars. And for the ones that just won't convert, we can park a social avatar in front of that, and we can program this to say whatever we need it to say in order to help to convert and to create a sale or whatever it is we need to do. So we have that option as well. So you're going to get more eyeballs on your clients' properties because you've got, if you're at a ball game and you're in a stadium and there's 30,000 people, it's everybody within a 250-foot radius of you. And I know a friend of mine, he bought like 10 of them, and he's putting them all around this stadium and sticking them in different key places, and then I'm going to gather them all up after the game's over. I thought that was pretty clever. But you also have to realize that if there are obstructions, sometimes it can block the view. So one of my friends said he was going to stick it on a selfie stick, and you know how you stick the selfie stick up to get a nice picture over the people's heads and stuff? He's going to stick his beacon on there so it'll radiate to everybody's phones over their heads, so that way there'll be no obstructions. It'll just all land on all their phones. If people have to have their phones up and working the way that the whole technology works, so it's not, if you've got a dead phone in your purse or your wallet, or it's just not on, you're not looking at it, then it will not post, but it posts in your notifications. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So how does it give you more sales and happy clients? It actually does a pop-up. It's called notification technology. And you know what, guys, if you were to try to beam out to 1 million people all over the country and you wanted to get something out to them, I mean, there's emails would cost you a fortune. If you were going to just beam out to text message a bunch of people, with text messaging to say 500 people or 1,000 or 2,000 people, that costs a lot of money. But if you wanted to just, beam to 2,000 people at a ball game or any big event or concert or whatever, you do a lot more than 2,000 people. I mean, it's all within a 200-foot radius of what you've got there, especially if you have multiple beamers out there working. So it really is pretty interesting what can occur. But again, the key is, because you might say, well, Nancy, I already have one of these kinds of things, and I tried it, and I'm just not getting a result. Well, what are you beaming to? Are you beaming to a dead, boring website, or are you beaming to a video that offers a free gift or an ebook or something for people opting in because you want to get their email address and you want to know they're interested? Visitors don't count. Conversion is what counts. Simply link our little devices to your custom 40-character message. So a 40-character message that basically describes, so if you were doing weight loss, you might say burn fat now. And your URL too, we want to look at the URL that you're sending it to, because it has to be no more than 40 characters, and it has to have something in it that attracts them. It can't be boring or they can't understand what the heck you're talking about. All right, plus your desired URL, which can be changed every 24 hours. Now, on this particular one, depending on what units you get, we have ability to change things quickly. But on the ones that we get on the micros, we set those to whatever you want it to be, and then that's it. That's where it stays until, if you want us to change it. And I was just putting a phone call into our tech guy to ask him the question on, because there's different ones that do different things. So some of them are quick, and some of them we actually have to have you set it back and reset the whole thing. So I'll find out which ones do what. So for virtual tours, the options of other listings. So you've got people coming in and they're doing a tour of the home, and then while they're there, they're being beamed that there's other listings out there too. Because sometimes people are like, oh, I don't know, this house isn't just right for me. And then all of a sudden on their phone it pops up and it's you, and it's saying, hey, check these out. There's some other cool listings too because of the notification pop-ups. Instant gratification for potential buyers awaits. A lot of people, when they have a question, they want to see something, having it pop up right when they're in the mode of thinking about it is really sharp. So this is what's so cool about having these actually being transmitting even throughout the home. And there's actually specialty ones that you can get too that actually transmit a message on screens. I mean, it can get really crazy. But these, the ones that we have, are mainly to just do pop-up notifications. And you, again, within 3 to 5 feet. So if it gets within 3 to 5 feet of it, it can actually pop up the details of what is in that room. I mean, what's going on and what they need to know, or the stats, or whatever it is you want to have pop up that's hooked to a website. Oh, and that means more sales for you. I mean, it just makes it easy for people. I mean, when you're in there and you're by yourself and you've got a lot of people running in and out and going all over the place, having them know about other properties that are available, having them know that this is maybe not the only one in case it's not the one for them, is really important. And if you're doing an open house and you've got a lot of people all over you, you can miss time that you could have spent explaining certain things or answering certain questions that you're having your website just pop up right there and they can kind of follow it through. Can really be cool. So the possibilities are endless. So for those of you who aren't realtors, who are on here and you're marketing people, or maybe you're loan officers, or you come from, or credit repair people, all of this is all part of it, because you also can brand yourself. I know a lot of you are really active in the community and you want to reach out to people and you want people to listen to you. And I know some of you do workshops. So you could brand yourself. You could send people to your personal website and that talks about classes that you're going to do, events you're going to do, lunch and learns, all kinds of things that you want them to know about yourself and your services and why that they should choose to do business with you. These units are 100% FCC compliant. That's the Federal Communications Commission. It notifies all Android phones with Bluetooth enabled within 100 yards radius, which is, again, depending which unit, but the little minis are 250 feet. Weatherproof, again, no charging required, does not alert, text, spam, or ding. So there's no ding, there's nobody, everybody going ding, 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 none of that. Notifications are private and quiet. The notification program is designed by Google. They created it. It's Eddystone technology by Google. So if you say, well, Google's probably not going to let you do that. Well, no, they created it. They're the ones that created it. And then for texting, if you do mass texting, people will say, well, you're spamming me. If you do mass emails, they're going to say you're spamming me. But if you want to send out to 2,000 people within seconds on instant notification, nothing happens because you're not putting any data into their phone, which they're going to get billed. It's just a totally different technology. So it is awesome. For less than $1 a day, you can promote your listings. You can promote your listings, but if you're not a realtor, if you're a loan officer, you can promote your brand, you can promote your business, your mortgage business. Send people to your website, have them watch a video about the services that you offer. Let them see a video about your team so they feel like they know you and they feel comfortable doing business with you. I mean, it's really endless. It's so fun. So I hope this has been helpful. It's affordable, it's effective, and it's easy. That's the key. So you're going to get one step ahead of your competition, and you can order your Pro Beacons today. Well, almost today. We're almost ready. We're pulling everything together with Dwayne to make this available for everyone who would like to participate. So I hope this has been informative. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Nancy, for the phenomenal presentation. Very, very excited about it. I definitely know the potential of this technology. I know people that's had the technology, and it's funny that so many companies have been calling me way back from our old travel business, trying to get us to utilize this. And I know companies that have been using this, our very own. I know Mr. Seigler came from a company that used this and was able to grow his organization to thousands and thousands of people. So, we're very excited about being able to offer this to our field. We're going to be putting together a complete package that's going to encumber your beacon. Those of you that have been with me, you had your little mini URLs at travelyourwaytowealth.com. So we're going to have a URL just for travel. It may be something like I said, our mini is going to be calling HLC, Lifestyle Services, which is homes, loans, and credit repair. And we'll probably do a URL for that. And then when people click on that, it's going to take them to a nice little video, which we're preparing right now. So all that information is happening behind the scenes. And we're going to put together a nice package that's going to encumber all this as a one-stop shop for you. And there's other companies that offer this But because we're buying and we're getting in a mass, we're dealing directly with the owners, we'll be able to offer it at a discounted price to you guys for taking advantage of that. And those of you that are interested in the Founders Pool and our sponsorship program, not only will you get the best pricing, but you'll also get opportunity to earn off the revenue off of this coming in, because this is a brand new technology that we're utilizing with our services. And again, we're a brand new real estate company first time ever offered in the network marketing space. So I know it's going to be a major hit. We got people who are calling me every single day that wants us to introduce this to their company. But we are going to be exclusive for one company for at least a year. And I'll tell you something. I can't wait to get everything rolled up. But we will not roll it out until we have it all right and perfect, so that when we represent, we're representing fully for you and representing for us as a company. So what I like to do at this point is bring on Mr. Seigler, and again, he was the master distributor from a previous company that utilized this technology. So he's going to actually be able to talk to you and share with you what it was able to do for him and his organization. You know, one thing, guys, our promotion, our Project 2000 special promotion is coming to an end at the end of the month. And we want you guys to finish the month strong. We want to make sure that even when the promo's over, we want to make sure that you have the right marketing tools that's going to help you build your company to a whole nother level and get you that different type of prospect, because this has never been offered before. So, you know, when we have the whole package together, you'll be able to recruit professionals, because they're going to see the true value of what you're offering by giving them three companies with one product. So without further ado, let me bring on Mr. Seigler to share with us and to kind of close out our training. Those of you who have been asking me for the playback, we'll have the playbacks on Monday for the training he did yesterday. He did a phenomenal training yesterday on three-way calling. He's probably one of the best trainers that I've seen in the industry, and I've seen a lot of trainers, and I know a lot of people in this industry, but he's probably one of the best trainers I've come across. I'm honored and proud to have him be working side by side with him, and to really build something that's never been built before in this real estate space, along with Nancy Frazier and so many and other networkers that's now coming aboard, people that you're going to be hearing from, like Mr. Russell Hayes out of Arlington, Texas. So many new networkers that's coming out the woodworks. People are calling us. They're very excited about what we're offering here with this real estate. So when we come out the gate, we're going to come out the gate very strong, and we're going to come out the gate very professional to make you look good and to make us look good as well. So without further ado, Mr. Seigler, let me unmute you so you can close this out. Johnson, you're unmuted, Jonathan. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. Can you hear me, Dwayne?
Hear you loud and clear. The call is all yours.
Well, first, I want to really just applaud what Nancy just shared with all of us. So y'all just take a moment, if you will. I know you're all muted out there, but just give a little hand clap, because that was pretty serious. It was my first time hearing it from her. I've certainly heard her work for the past nearly 2 years now. I've been very blessed to see her do her thing, but I did not know the ins and outs about the Beamers there that she collaborated with whomever those owners are. But I got a feeling that is something that is going to change our business dramatically from what I just heard. So y'all, let me just bring a couple of things home for you real quick. Myself, I've been in the real estate investing world, oh my gosh, for nearly half of my life. And I know some of y'all saying, man, that's not long, being that I'm just 30 years old. Y'all figure I'm just kidding. I'm an old guy. But I had certainly been in the real estate investing world for quite some time. And as a matter of fact, I own my own real estate investing company for a long period of time. And just like Dwayne, I got hit pretty hard in 2008 and lost millions. I mean, it was pretty devastating for me. But I love the industry. Now, when Dwayne told me his plan with homes, loans, and credit repair, little did he know that these were the very, if you will, services that myself and my partners were offering. So I just smiled. You know, I just believe, again, y'all, just me. I'm a praying man. I'm so full of different sins. I need to pray all the time so God can continuously cleanse me, and I thank Him for doing that. But here it is. I've been praying for that right opportunity, and Dwayne introduced me to Surge 365 at just the right time. We're going to get into that in a real quick moment. And then he had the nerve to tell me that he is launching something where he can help people with their homes, loans, and credit repair. And my company was running for nearly 3 years in a very, very profitable business. So I didn't share it with him then. I just had a big smile on my face. And I just listened to him. Never told him what exactly my company was. I just listened to him. So y'all, there's a time to talk. There's a time to listen. And when I listened to him, I said, he has no idea that this is such a home run. Thank you for Dwayne for introducing me to Surge 365, because we are going to help a whole lot of people get that $50,000 bonus. And thank you so much for introducing us to MCC. You're putting all the pieces together, and we're just going to be right here beside you 100% of the way, because I believe this merger, if you will, of MCC and Surge 365. Y'all, again, you're going to have problems in your life, but it won't be money. It really won't be. And I mean that sincerely. So I applaud you, first of all, Dwayne, before I go any further. Now, talking about those units, those beacon units, Dwayne is right. Just about a year ago, there's a lot of you know about a company that's been booming all around the country in just the past, actually been booming in the past 3 months, called Servia. And I was very, very fortunate to be a part of Servia at its very beginning. They called upon me to be one of their master representatives. And they did not have that beacon unit at that time. And it was a struggle. I'm going to tell you up front, y'all, it was rough. I won't go into all that, but it was a tough start. So after about 3 months, nearly 4 months of no major money being generated with that company, I just told them I just wanted to take a leave of absence from the master representative position, because I had to focus on just doing what I do to bring some money in for myself and my family. And about 2 months later, they introduced that Go unit, as you all may have heard about. And now let me just tell you what has happened. And this is why I know what Nancy's talking about and what Dwayne's talking about. I know firsthand this is going to change your life. In approximately 6 to 7 weeks from the time they launched their beacon unit, called Go unit, 11,000 people joined the business within 6 to 7 weeks. Now, I hope y'all hearing that. Now, they weren't prepared for it. I'm just going to be real. There's a whole lot of back office problems, and people saying the unit wasn't working. A lot saying they got the units. Some people still today have not gotten the units. Whole bunch of stuff was wrong. But while they're fixing it, even today, a lot of money is coming in, of which they can hire the right people to fix the problem. I had a long talk with Dwayne, and I basically said, Dwayne, I can certainly tell you some problems that a Servia had, so we can just learn from others' mistakes. We don't have to fall in the ditch, y'all. We can just watch somebody else fall in the ditch, and we know not to take that next step, right? So I will be certainly sharing everything I know with Dwayne on what we should be paying attention to, so that we can make sure that when we unveil and when we announce to the world that our beacon unit is ready, we'll be ready and able to handle the volume. But just imagine, what would your business look like 6 months in promoting such a unit? Again, after just 6 to 7 weeks, 11,000 people joined that company. Whew. So, y'all, we got some major things that's going to happen for you in your business. Those units can be used and be programmed for your travel business and your real estate business and your credit repair business and your loan business. Y'all, this is about to be crazy. I'm telling you. And I was just sitting here thinking, as Nancy was talking, I strongly believe that you gotta put something out there so that you can create massive duplication. And how you do that is, again, I didn't talk this over with Dwayne yet. He'll probably call me as soon as I hang up. But as far as credit repair, y'all know that's a big thing because a lot of people credit's kind of on life support, right? A lot of people, I think I just saw some credit walking by right now with crutches and all bandaged up. Well, those people want credit repair so that they can go from rentership to home ownership. Now, again, I'll be talking to Dwayne and Nancy a lot because I've done this already. Just didn't have no beacon units back then. But this is how your business is going to duplicate. See, when Nancy do a PowerPoint like she just did for each particular business, this one obviously was specifically designed, from what I see, specifically for realtors and the benefit of using a beacon so that realtors can their business can skyrocket. You can certainly do the same thing for loans, for the loan officers out there. But see, with credit repair, that's a different animal. A lot of people are gonna want to get a home or whatever, maybe get a car, whatever they need. Well, I'm going to suggest to Dwayne, again, this is what I did with my credit repair business. Again, I didn't have all the technology that people have today, but I just kept it simple. For every customer that came my way, I said, if you refer 4, I have the number 4, and I wrote the word FOR, 4 for free, 4 for free. Well, everybody who referred 4 customers got their credit repair done for free of charge. And all the rest was history. I'm just going to be real. I end up hiring, and there's a lot of people I can have you talk to that was at my office and they saw it. I end up hiring, get this, 9 people to handle the volume. I was getting swamped with people who brought in their 4 people who needed credit repair, who brought in their 4, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful business. So Dwayne, you might want to just give us some thought. 4 for 4 will change. We'll bring in a ton of folks. Let me tell you, y'all. I'm just happy right now. I don't know about y'all. Y'all might have been on my training yesterday when I celebrated my mother's birthday. I'm still beaming about that. I'm still with my mom. She's just so awesome. And life is real good for all of you. It's really good for all of you. I'm telling you, what Nancy just shared, she made life gooder. What Dwayne has brought to the table, he made life gooder. My job, y'all, is just to try to train you on what little bit I know in this industry. I have been very, very fortunate to train people for most of my 21 years in network marketing. And I'm just here to help you, especially close out this month. From my understanding, Dwayne has shared that that 60-day promotion for those of you who are a part of Surge 365. The 6-day promotion is right upon us right now. And you want to close this out with a bang. If you need any help at all, just please contact Dwayne and I will do a special call or get you the recording on how to enroll 3 in your first 48 to 72 hours. I did record that a couple of weeks ago and a lot of people did that. So if you need that recording, please get in touch with Dwayne and he'll let me know and I'll forward it. Matter of fact, I'll make sure Dwayne get it so he can just forward it to all of you as you respond to him. Secondly, I strongly recommend that you all learn the W4 strategy so that you can enroll probably over 50% of people in your phone. Because most of them get a paycheck. And if you can show the average person who gets a paycheck how they can get back from Uncle Sam an extra, on average now, about $80 to $120 a week. So do the math, y'all. That's about $320 or more per month. And then you show them what they can do with a little bit of that money to build wealth, money that they did not even know was at their fingertips. So please, if you need to know more about that, I'll be glad to share it. Just please get in touch with Dwayne. He'll let me know what you need, and if we have to do one more special training on that, we'll make that happen. I just want you all to win, and this is the time. So. Dwayne, I just wanted to go over those couple of things, man. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to pass the call back to you. And y'all, let's just do what we got to do. Let's close this month out with a bang. Let's make it happen. You heard me yesterday. We got to rush it to crush it. And it's time to get that done. So, Dwayne, back to you, my friend.
Absolutely, Jonathan. Thank you, sir, for all that you do. And yes, we want to make sure we get, you can give me those last 3 trainings and I'll put it all together in one little text so that everybody can see the playbacks and have that. I've been getting a lot of texts about the trainings you've done. There's one with the W4, the one this past Saturday, and the other one with the 3-way. I'll tell you, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing, amazing run. And when all this comes together, and it's coming together, and I'll tell you something, you know, one thing I love is to have a bunch of type A personalities and proactive people around me. You know, I learned early on, you don't have to be the best. You just got to have the best around you, and you can make a million things come true. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to bring the best to the marketplace. Those of you that are a part of us right now, you don't know it yet, but you are definitely at the right place. And when I tell you, the industry is buzzing. The word is out that there is a real estate piece coming. People are talking. There's a chatter going around, but they haven't seen nothing yet. When we open the door, I'm excited to be working with Nancy Frazier. I've seen some of her work. She's a very, very professional lady, and I'll tell you something. She's serious about her business, and she definitely gets things done. So when I look at her and I look at my man Russell out of Texas, IT guy, we've got our in-house IT guy that understands websites or marketing as well. And, you know, and then we put together master distributors like Jonathan Seigler and so many others that's going to come on board with us. We got so many people that's on the kind of in the wings that's getting ready to come on board. That's kind of sitting back watching to see what happens. And our goal was to really make a whole bunch of you, help a whole bunch of you earn that $50,000 bonus that's on the table. But more importantly, really help you and your family win. So I am going to send out the playback. I know we got a lot of you that's on the audio portion. You were not able to see the PowerPoint that Nancy showed us all. So I'm going to send the playback, and you'll be able to see that PowerPoint and send that to everybody as well. And then I will give you, and then I will send out some information. Those who've been responding to me, I'll send out the information on the founders pool and the sponsorship package that will allow you to really participate, not just getting paid on what you do, but getting paid on this whole industry as a whole. Another piece that's coming that let me just share with you guys that you're going to really be excited about. We are also partnering up with another organization that deals with flipping homes. Right, their specialty is mentoring and training and showing and actually even providing the funding on flipping homes. They're real big in Atlanta right now, and actually they want to hit the New York, New Jersey marketplace, and we've been talking, and we're going to be instrumental in getting them out here in this area and then all across the country, and through our network marketing platform, get them to become nationwide, and they actually be able to provide a one-stop shop for them, and as well as for yourself, because you'll be able to participate and partake in that, learn how to flip homes, learn how to buy houses with no money, OPM, other people's money, using other people's money and turning profits, and also do the rest of our own program by using with our realtors and loan officers. They will be providing the end buyers, or we'll do network marketing. We'll be finding end buyers and sending them to our realtors and sending them to our banks for pre-qualification. And those that need to get their credit repaired or get their credit scores enhanced, we'll send them to that division as well. So that this week I'm going to be finalizing the credit repair portion as well, and that will be added to the link. We have Mr. Russell right now is working the midnight hours, conforming our website to more of a network marketing website. With a back office, preparing us for the back office. We have another IT group that's going to be preparing a whole back office chat with all reports and tracking every time you submit a report. Every time somebody logs into your site and as a qualification, you'll be able to track who they are and follow the process. So all that's being done and being handled. I do appreciate your time. I'm like everybody else. We all want it done now. I know I do. I'm on top of them. I need it done now. But I realize for it to be done right, you got to sometimes got to be a little patient, and we definitely want it done right. But I truly believe in sharing the wealth and really, really blessing those that have blessed me. Because of you guys, we were able to come in and and as an organization and a group, really do some big things, and there's gonna be many, many more of those. But I want to spread the wealth and share the wealth with all of you, those of you, and share with you and show you with a little bit of donations or a little bit of pool, be able to participate in those pools, how you can generate some revenue for you and your family as well. So again, I'll be sending out that information to those that are interested, and then I'll be sending out the playbacks for Jonathan's training as well as the training for tonight. Those of you that are still participating in our class, I want you to understand something. Our loan officer class, class 7, I'm also going to be sending that playback out tonight. Class 7, if you missed it, was a program that came out for people. It's a loan product that came out for individuals trying to flip houses. It's a loan for people learning how to flip, where it actually provides you funding to flip. So you are not using your own money. You're using your initial 5% one time, you get that back, and then you never use your money again. You're using the bank's money. And it's a new product for that. People are very excited about that. That's what class 7 was all about. I believe we got 3 more classes. You guys were able to participate for free. And again, because you came in right in time. But as we start marketing this, now there's going to be a fee as we charge, but because you guys came in the early stages, that class is free for you, and the sponsorship is free for you. If you take your state exam, as long as you're licensed, as long as you live in one of those respective cities, you'll be sponsored by Family First Funding, and you'll be able to represent and be one of the recipients of the loan officer program, where you'll actually be the one writing the loan, or you'll be able to share in that commission. So there's so much happening and so much going on and so many moving parts at the same time. But I truly believe, by the end of this year, so many of you are going to be 6-figure earners. We've called those of you that have been with me all year, from our previous company. We spoke into existence a few months ago. We said we don't know how it's going to happen, but some of us are going to earn 6 figures this year. And some of you guys that's on this webinar right now, in these last few months, is going to generate a 6-figure income. And I'm excited to really watch it happen for you. So with that being said, thank you all for logging on tonight and plugging in. I'm working on get this recording out along with the playback for class 7. And until tomorrow, I'll have the playbacks for Jonathan's trainings, and we'll get all that out. And let's just win, guys. Let's close out this month strong. Let's win big. Let's do something that's never been done before. Let's make history. And that's and at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, let's win for our families. So thank you all for logging on. God bless each and every one of you. This webinar is officially over. Everybody have a great night.